Hello there, welcome back to Fallout New Vegas Nomad with a Shotgun. I'm Pete. In the previous episode, Colonel Shu told us that there was a problem with information being leaked and that we should talk to Curtis. Curtis himself is just around this corner, so let's talk to Curtis. Hello.
What is it? Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
Colonel Shu wanted me to help you look into the recent intelligence leaks.
Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago.
Where should I start?
You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor.
Okay, goodbye.
Later.
So I think the first thing I'm going to do is go and talk to Contreras, and the reason for that is that I'm still carrying a lot of junk from last time, which I want to get rid of. So if I zip on over to him, I can sell him all of my excess and reduce my weight load quite significantly. There's also someone to talk to here. Morales? Yeah. Christina Morales.
Did the Colonel send you? I was hoping he might have changed his mind.
You look upset. What's wrong?
I know. I've been crying. Stupid. I'm supposed to be a soldier. My husband, he's a ranger, and he got murdered by a pack of fiends. Goddamn savages laid his body out to rot. Brass won't say it to me straight, but they mean to leave Esteban out there. I can see that plain.
It seems strange that the NCR wouldn't do their best to retrieve a fallen comrade.
Colonel says he can't spare the men to bring Esteban back home. And the fiends, they put all kinds of mines and traps around his body. Snipers, too.
I'll recover your husband's body.
Mister, I'd about given up hope. But you've got to be careful. I don't want anybody else dying on my account. Esteban's body is laid out between some of the buildings, east of the REPCON headquarters. At least that's what his squad mates said. There's an NCR position just north of there. It's on the way. They should be able to tell you what the situation is.
Okay, so it's been marked on my map. Looking at the world map, it's just here. So not really, it doesn't really look very far away. But I'm not going to do that in this episode. I will save that for a while. There are more pressing matters, like talking to Contreras down this long, featureless corridor. Here we go. Before I start trading with this guy, I'm going to put on my best bartering apparel, which is the roving trader hat. Every little helps. Hello, Contreras.
You look like someone in need of a reliable supplier.
Got anything for sale?
Take your pick.
Right, so he's carrying 4,000 caps at the moment, which is nice. Let's give him everything I don't want. Golf driver I don't have a use for. I'm going to keep that Great Khan armour. This metal armour, though. Let's get rid of that. Some pre-war casual wares, apparently. I don't think I've got a use for those. Not quite sure when I picked that up. I don't need both of these helmets as well. Let's get rid of the crummier one. Okay. So, has he got anything? He hasn't got any good weapons. Recon armor's tempting. I'll be able to. That'll be quite an effective armor. Even in its current state, it gives me the same protection as what I've got at the moment. But I'm going to be able to repair that up so much. Worth thinking about. What about ammo? I was hoping you'd have some shotgun ammo, but shotgun ammo, but it's just 308. Well, that's a little bit disappointing.
Another satisfied customer.
I'm not really a satisfied customer. I'm quite a dissatisfied customer. But hey ho, so it goes. Right, let's head back. Let's talk to Lieutenant Boyd next. Right, so here we are back in the sort of the front lobby.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
Well, thank you for the heads up. Hello, Boyd.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place?
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it.
Who's missing?
Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him.
Anyone else missing?
Yeah. The man I'm more interested in is Corporal White. White had a lot of promise. Wanted to be a ranger as bad as anyone I've seen. But he also had some extracurricular activities going. Now he's gone.
I'll see what I can find out about Corporal White for you.
Word around the base is he'd been going regularly to visit a hooker named Dazzle at Gamora. That's a casino on the Strip. Classy place. His belongings are up in the barracks in the concourse building. First bunk on your left if you're facing it from the center. I haven't had a chance to look through his things yet, so that might be a good place to begin.
Alright, tell me about the break-ins.
Maybe break-in isn't the
Quest
right
added
word.
to the log.
We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base love affair. Kids today. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that.
Would you be willing to give me the control tower access key so I can check it out?
Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there. Just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally.
Okay, so that pushes forwards my assignment from Shu quite nicely. Also, you saw a new quest came in, the whitewash. Not going to deal with that today. I've already got too much on my plate. Do you need any help?
Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
Is that a big deal?
Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion, from Caesar on down, will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him.
What do you think it means?
Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you.
To insult me?
He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy.
Why don't you just beat your prisoner senseless?
I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There are some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR.
Yes, I am.
Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane.
Yes, I
It's a
am.
winning combination.
So you want me to do what you can't?
I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret the day he was born.
Okay.
We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
This woman's crazy. Okay, let's get started.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in.
Alright, here we go. I can watch through the glass.
Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant. I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
Oh.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it.
Oh, he's horrid.
Cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head To remind them who they
I'm looking
belong
forward to thumping this guy
It's
senseless.
that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours.
Woohoo!
I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in.
Oh,
You
boo.
pick them up from the locker on your way out.
Okay, I don't have my weapons. Right.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm?
You stinky.
I must admit that a conversation with an imbecile may be far worse than the kind of torture I was anticipating. But somehow I think I'll manage.
Oh. This guy kind of reminds me a bit of Chris Morris. You're about to tell me everything you know, Silus.
Of course, of course. All you had to do was ask. I'll tell you everything I know. Let's see. I know that you're a brainless cretin.
Correct.
I know that you're wasting your time.
Incorrect.
I know the lieutenant is going to be disappointed in you.
Hopefully
And
not.
I know that by this time next month, the streets of New Vegas will be decorated with the decaying heads of NCR soldiers. Is there anything else you wanted to know?
Yeah, now you've made me angry.
I can take anything you've got.
Oh, I don't think you can.
Watch out!
Now, this guy, he won't fight back, which is a relief, because it's going to take me about 3 weeks to do him any serious amount of damage, I think. There's Rex. Rex wants in the fight. You can see him through the glass. He wants a piece of this action. Right, come on, let's try VATS. See if that does some serious damage. Oh, he's blocking me. This will take a while. Let's do it by the glass. Come on, stop blocking me. It's just making this take longer.
Come on!
Punch him in the nads.
Run from me.
Ah, the world's most exciting fight. Oh,
All right,
yep,
you can
there we
stop
go.
for a sec.
I must stop for a second, apparently.
Whoa, easy there. You're supposed to rough him up a little, not kill him. Why don't you step outside a minute? Let off some steam.
Okay.
Nice. I think my friend doesn't like me, Silus. I don't know how much longer I can keep him under control.
Oh, got my weapon back.
You think this'll make me talk? A beating? This is the best you can do?
Not just any beating, Silus. A savage beating.
Yeah,
A beating that you'll be reminded of every time you feel pain from now on.
I'm so
When
savage.
my friend's done with you, you won't have any of your teeth left. You'll be drinking your food through a straw. Your ribs will never heal properly.
This is kind of embarrassing,
and it will
actually.
hurt every time you breathe.
I don't think he's
It'll be
scared.
like your collars, Silus. Impossible to forget.
Go to hell.
Huh. Not the sort of wit I've come to expect from you, Silus.
You're getting nothing from me.
I'm getting entertainment. That's something. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna spill your guts to me? Or am I gonna let my friend the maniac back in here for some
I'm the
playtime?
maniac.
Silus. Silent treatment, huh? Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you.
Yay.
Oh, and let me check you for weapons one more time. For
Oh.
your safety as well as his.
Right, let's talk
You
again.
hit like a bedridden old woman.
Yeah, it's true. Lucky you. You can borrow my dentures when I knock all your teeth out.
It'll take more than that to get me to talk, worm.
Yeah, well, how do you like these onions? Yeah, punch, punch, punch. In your face, boy. In your face. Yeah. Oh, he's figured out how to block. Come on, come out of the corner. Da, blood, gallons of it. Oh, crippled his head. Well, he doesn't like that. Turn the light on. Oh, there we
Enough,
go.
This is pointless. I'm dead to the Legion either way, I'll tell you what I know. But you should know that Caesar has always kept his own counsel. He never reveals anything that would make him vulnerable. My knowledge will not prevent the inevitable. This camp will be ash within months. Maybe weeks.
I'll be the judge of that. Let's hear what you've got to say.
Something is wrong with Caesar. Something he is attempting to hide from his men. But it was obvious before we set out on this last mission. For 3 days we awaited his order to dispatch us. 3 days. But he hid in his tent, refusing to give orders, complaining of headaches. He looks different now than he used to. His face is sunken, sickly. But any questioning of his health enrages him.
Oh, he's on the poorly. There must be more you can tell me.
There is one other thing that may interest you. I know that Caesar has planted a spy here. Every night, details of NCR troop movements are broadcast from a radio on this base to Caesar's camp. The spy has been here a long time, since before the entire conflict began. He's an officer. If I knew who he was, I would tell you. If I escape and he's alive to report it, the Legion would hunt me down. But like I said, none of this information will change the outcome for you. No force can hold back the tide of the Legion.
Okay, so let's head on out. Let's talk to more. Boyd, sorry. Are you happy, Boyd?
To watch. I'd have you do it again, but I'd probably get in trouble. This'll do the NCR a lot of good, so you should be proud. Here's the standard fee. Plus, I threw in the price of a good show on the strip. That's from me personally. You can beat up my prisoners anytime.
Well, I'm glad everyone's happy. You said there have been thefts.
Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions 12 times. Nothing.
I'll keep an eye out for your missing supplies.
Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be able to use to shoot Contreras for being inept.
Must be unnecessary. Right. What else can you tell me about Anders?
I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly. Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to.
Okay, goodbye.
Yep. See you around.
Right then, let's go and look into this whole information leak control tower thing. Okay, I think I might need to wait for an entire sort of 20 odd hours because it's already 1 AM and I think I might have missed the boat for tonight, but maybe I can catch it tomorrow. Alright, so it's 10 PM. So we basically want to head over to control tower and take up a stealthy position and wait for the miscreant to show up. Okay, so I don't think Boone and Rex are going to undermine me, but let's see how it goes. So let's wait for 2 hours here. See if anyone else shows up. Maybe 1 more hour. Let's see if there's someone in there.
Lupa, this is Frumentarius Picus. Over.
Go ahead, Picus.
Afternoon patrol enters Fiend territory at 1300. Have them mind that stretch.
10-4, Picus. Fiends will be alerted.
Roger, Lupa.
What's the status of your primary
Okay,
mission?
apparently I'm showing as detected.
Charges are set. Detonation will occur as the train leaves the station. Over.
How long?
Couple of minutes. Over.
10-4. Keep us updated.
10-4.
Okay, so we know about the bomb now. What's happened to most of my apparel? Is stuff being weird? Okay, either way, we can now confront
What
Curtis.
are you doing here? You don't have clearance.
I have clearance for catching spies.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, he's aggressive. Right, let's take him down. Alright, what's he got on him? Activation code, that. Access code. Let's take his armor. Alright, now we've got to stop that bomb. You guys were no use. Okay. Run over here. We should be able to do this. I think we've got the explosive skill to pull it off. We might actually need an NCR disguise on. Let's put the NCR trooper armor on. I think I might need that to get to the monorail so that I can defuse the bomb that Curtis had set. I hope we get there in time. I don't want to be responsible for this. Well, I mean, obviously I wouldn't be responsible exactly, but... right, up the escalator. And the monorail is just round to the left. Oh, I can hear monorail-y noises. Through here. And where I think it's in... Oh, careful getting there. Is it down here? Activate the vent. Explosives of 35 to defuse the charge. I successfully extracted and defused the bomb. Brilliant, nicely done. Come on gang, let's go back to Shu. And take off this silly outfit that I don't need. Lightweight metal armour. That'll do. Let's see what Shu thinks of me now. Here we go, Shu.
Yes, what is it?
You won't be having problems with intelligence leaks anymore.
No? What happened?
It was Curtis. He's in the Legion. I can prove he tried to blow up the monorail.
Curtis? He's been in the NCR long before our conflict with the Legion. There's just no way. I hope you're mistaken, but somehow I don't think so. It'd explain a lot. This is much worse than anyone expected. There could be others, too. You've done everything that was asked of you. You have my personal thanks for this. And I'll make sure you receive the credit you deserve.
Hooray! Okay, everything's good. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, my NCR condition is now liked. So I believe that means that if I talk to Shu,
We're all impressed with the work you've done for us.
he'll give me the safe house
I
key.
thought you might be able to make use of this. It's a key to a little hideaway south of here. We've used it as a place for rangers to rest and resupply. I thought you might get good use out of it.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, so that kind of mostly finishes up what I wanted to do in Camp McCarran for the time being. There's the whitewash quest that Boyd gave me, and Contreras has got a little quest as well. But really, oh, and well, okay. There's also their standards. Okay, there's quite a few quests. But either way, I think I'm done with Camp McCarran for the time being. In the next episode, we're going to move on, find somewhere else to go. Maybe. I will go back to the Crimson Caravan and do some work on that quest. That would make some sense. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more videos of Nomad with a Shotgun, please do subscribe. Bye-bye.